Liverpool, this is a step too far. Liverpool, you can't have Ekitike, Isak, and Salah up front.
Seriously sick right now. I thought a lot of this Alexander Isak to Liverpool talk was just the media being dramatic over the last 2 days. I was like, Liverpool has signed Ekitike, Arsenal got Gyökeres. I honestly thought it was just the media looking for clicks, being dramatic. I was like, he's probably just got an injury and the media are being dramatic. But no, it has come out. The big news story has come out. Alexander Isak has now informed Newcastle United that he wants to leave. The club are aware of the player's plan and now must decide how to move. I've always felt with the Alexander Isak situation, if Isak was happy at Newcastle, they weren't going to sell him. And I think there was talk of 130 million Liverpool willing to spend on him. And I said, if Isak isn't pushing for a move, they won't sell him. I said, if Isak starts pushing for a move, they could sell him. But Liverpool have signed Ekitike. Liverpool have signed the Isak alternative, which means if you're Newcastle, you probably don't want to sell Isak even more now, particularly to Liverpool of all clubs. Of course, you can never rule out Chelsea. Man United haven't signed a striker. I could delude myself into that. He's not coming anywhere near us. But first of all, why did Isak wait till now to say I want to leave? Why didn't you do it like a week and a half ago? Because they would have got you in the door before Ekitike. First of all, maybe Isak was being promised by Newcastle. Do you know what I actually think, quickly, before I talk about the other news coming out in regards to Liverpool? I honestly think that Isak was being told by Newcastle, we've got this ambitious project, we're going to sign this player, that player. And then he sees, okay, they've missed out on Cunha. They've missed out on Delap. They've missed out on Mbumo. And now they've missed out on Ekitike. And I think Isak maybe got excited at the idea of playing with Ekitike. And Langer had come in. And I think now that Newcastle, and I feel really sorry for Eddie Howe. I think Eddie Howe was a fantastic manager. Fifth Champions League football, and won the Carabao Cup. Eddie Howe had a fantastic season. First trophy to Newcastle in a while. Didn't really get anyone last summer. I'm not counting Asula. I'm not counting Lloyd.
Happening. Alexander Isak has not travelled with Newcastle on their Asia tour. He hasn't travelled. Fabrizio Romano and Ben Jacobs have come out with big updates regarding this. Newcastle insist it's not due to a transfer reason, with the striker still nursing a minor injury, despite this is the key part, despite an all clear from a scan he has had recently. This is absolutely massive. And Liverpool fans, you've been here before. You've seen this before. This is exactly what Coutinho did to Liverpool fans. Didn't travel on his pre-season tour. Forced the move. Could this be Liverpool's trump card? Could they go out here, play Ekitike on the left, sell Luis Diaz, and then go out there and get Alexander Isak? I still think it's highly unlikely. However, why are you not travelling with the rest of the team? If you've had a thigh scan, which is all clear, why have you not travelled? That is a big, big question. Make sure you go down, drop a like on the video if you haven't already. Make sure you guys let me know your thoughts. This could be absolutely massive for both Liverpool and Newcastle United.
Isak wants out of Newcastle. We've been tracking this story all summer. Does it mean Liverpool go in? Does it mean he goes to Saudi? Does somebody else come in? This transfer window that's given so much is going to give so much more. It's not over. It's not over, and it's only getting bigger. This would be the biggest summer transfer of the summer, and I just wonder whether Arsenal are looking at this and Liverpool are looking at this and thinking, did we jump too soon on Gyökeres and Ekitike? Well, the answer is for Arsenal, yes. A player that looked like he would always be a good fit for Arsenal will not be playing for them. They've made their move. It will be Gyökeres. But for Liverpool, the belief is there could still be move. There still could be movement. There still could be room. This is the breaking story. It came from Craig Hope in the Daily Mail, to be fair, because that's who Ben Jacobs and Fabrizio Romano are both quoting, and they're both saying this. Alexander Isak has told Newcastle he wants to explore a move away. He wants to go. All other interested clubs are aware. Liverpool told Newcastle prior to signing Ekitike they were prepared to pay a British transfer record fee. Another attacker is still possible for Liverpool if Luis Diaz is sold, and with Darwin Núñez expected to leave as well, another approach is not ruled out. Al Hilal have told Newcastle they are ready to make a significant offer despite no engagement yet on the player side. Isak has not shown encouragement to Saudi so far. He wants to assess his options rather than committing now to a new Newcastle contract. He remains well contracted until 2028.
Isak has handed a transfer request in. Mental. You know what? I done an earlier update about Liverpool, confirmed transfer plans. I mentioned a little bit about the Isak stuff as well. You might have seen it, you might have not. Anyone that is here, big up. We're going to talk about this whole saga. I have had a little bit of a meltdown on my own channel. It's not nice. Even doing this right now, I have to just gear myself up. Otherwise, you're just going to have a depressing video. So anyways, if you don't mind, just for me, please smash the like button. It does wonders. You can push me out to a new subscriber, maybe a new Liverpool fan. They can find who Monts is. Who's Monts? Another Liverpool fan that's on the channel. Yada, yada, yada. Thank you very much. Bar that, I knew this was coming. Now, Indicator might be one of the GOATs. Him and that Ivan, whoever that is, they've been on this update stuff for ages. And I know I'm having a bit of a laugh before anyone comes in and says, no, you're wrong, this, that, blah, blah, blah. They've really been bang on this. I don't really want to give them any props. I still think they're frauds, but they feel like they've been, you know what I mean? They're going to fool the masses, but it's okay. It's okay. It's a nice story to run with because it's easy to fool other people, other fan bases, but it's confirmed by Paul Joyce, come out through the likes of Craig Hope. He was the first one on it. Then Fabrizio's on it. And then before you know it, David Ornstein drops the bomb. It's a little bit, I don't really want to have to describe my feelings on that part. But if we're going off what Craig Hope has updated in one of his in his article, he said if a fee comes in around 150 million, then Liverpool will be, they will consider that very likely because on top of what Isak has said in terms of he wants to leave, Liverpool are the front runners. There's a lot of updates coming out as we speak through my phone.
Bruh, you see this setup right now. This ain't my house. This ain't my flat. Yeah? This ain't my living room. This is one of my work booths, right? I'm meant to be working, but I saw the alert on my phone, literally 1:54. I saw the alert maybe 10, 15 minutes ago. I saw the bomber that David Ornstein dropped, which has obviously sent shockwaves through the Premier League. And, bruh, I said, you know what? I have to talk about this. I must. Alexander Isak. What a bomber. Bomber to bomber. Yeah? We all knew as football fans, right? And before I even get into specifics, let me actually read. So Ornstein has dropped an article saying Alexander Isak wants to leave Newcastle and has asked not to go on their pre-season tour. So we knew that he was omitted from the friendly that they had against Celtic where they got spanked. And then we see news that drops this morning saying Isak is not part of the travelling squad for their pre-season tour. And you're thinking, And then some people trying to play it down saying, oh yeah, no, it's not transfer related. Well, we've heard it from the horse's mouth. This is as credible as it gets. David Ornstein, he is someone that doesn't do if buts or maybes. He does absolute. So if he's tweeting it, him or Fab, if they're tweeting, it is true. It is true, right? And what he said is Alexander Isak wants to leave Newcastle. He's asked not to go on the pre-season tour. Yeah? It says Isak wants to leave Newcastle. Multiple sources privy to the situation have told The Athletic. Yeah? Newcastle, I'm going to skim through it. Newcastle have been determined to retain Isak on an improved contract. His existing terms run till June 2028, but are also exploring other potential replacements in case he departs. I'm going to skim. Obviously, we know about the Liverpool news. I think the bit that is most important here is Newcastle have been resolute from the boardroom through to Eddie Howe that Isak is not for sale. And they have. Fair point. It's true. They stood firm. And that position remains. though it was always dependent on Isak accepting that stance. Should the striker really agitate to go and there is a willing buyer able to cough up an eye-watering sum acceptable to Newcastle, then how absolute Newcastle's resolve is will finally be tested. People, there's a saying, the irony, there's in what I'm about to say, but there's a saying by a certain someone on the Big Six who's actually a supporter of a club who has triggered this domino effect, Liverpool, and I'm talking about my good brother Grizz.
Alexander Isak, transfer request in. Liverpool are the favourites. They're his preferred destination. It's bloody happening. It's happening. Strap yourself in, rivals. Liverpool are about to pull off the biggest transfer in the history of Premier League football. Yes, the money is a big factor in that. It will be 120, 130, 140, whatever it may end up being. But when was the last time this happened? But before that, hit the like button, please. Get that done. Get this stream shared. Get it across your social media platforms. And the more I think about this, the more the realization starts to seep into me as a rival of Liverpool, not just how good this business is, but the fantastic nature of this summer for Liverpool. It's sobering and infuriating, but I have to respect it. I have to respect it. On every single level, I have to respect this. I can't not respect it, okay? This is a phenomenal player, but you're taking him away from an upstart, a team that's looking to challenge you in the coming years. You're moving like the giant club that we already knew you to be. I'm so angry about this. I'm so angry that my club, Man United that is not in a position to challenge Liverpool for the player. I'm so frustrated because this is it. This isn't just a statement. This isn't just changing the Premier League. It's bigger than that. It's much bigger than that. They're all but certainly guaranteeing the league title, number 21. To become the most successful league side in the history of English football. Kirkes, Frimpong, Wirtz, Ekitike, and now Alexander Isak.
I was about to go to the barbers. Yeah, I told the barbers, wait on me. I said the trim can wait. Because this can't wait. Isak has handed in a transfer request. Isak has basically told Newcastle, I want to leave. Liverpool are lurking. I'm worried. I'm worried. How do Liverpool have the money? What's going on here? Can someone else come in from Al Hilal? Can you come in from? Is there anyone else? Can United? Yeah, never mind. Damn. Ooh, this is serious now. They tried to say he was injured this morning. I didn't believe it. They really tried to cover this up, you know. Brother said, yo, you tried to cover this up, yeah? Brother, I'm leaving, brother. Craig Hope has just put in a bomber right now, people. Newcastle fans, I'm sorry, but this ain't looking good for you, man. Aye, mate? Why, mate? You know what I'm going to say? Why, mate? Yeah, what is going on, bro?
This has to stop. This has to end. Isak talking about transfer request. Isak unsettled. Isak what? Listen, yeah, Isak, relax yourself. This is not how people are supposed to behave when somebody's broke. We can't enter the chat, Isak. And you know what's pissing me off about this? Liverpool said, don't think because we signed Ekitike, we're done with our business. we would be interested in signing Isak. What is the Bank of Coutinho strikes again? Again! Nah, I need, where's the again? Because it is getting ridiculous now. Where's Leach? Where's the judge? I don't even have to judge, bruv. You dirty. Honestly, Liverpool, this is a step too far. Liverpool, you can't have Ekitike, Isak, and Salah up front. That's match fixing. It's fraud. It's everything that's wrong with the game, bro. What happened? Jurgen with his big teeth talking about you can't do all these teams and what happened to that? What happened? I still tired. And right now, yeah, I do not understand it. And every time you want to talk to Liverpool about finances, any Liverpool fan you try to talk to about finance, immediately, the greatest team assembled. We didn't spend last season, mate. We didn't spend. We're spending last. We haven't spent for 3 years. They haven't spent. Shut up! Straight away, as soon as you try to have a real conversation with the Liverpool fans, they want to tell you, but you lot spending these This is Man City's. Have you got oil on us? Tell us, bro. Tell us. Because the Bank of Coutinho, Coutinho, listen, I never knew it's a Mary Poppins signing. Mary Poppins, you know when she just takes more shit out of the bag? What's going on?